Hello viewers, welcome to CodeForAny. Fruit markets, nodes, app, backends API inside. Today I need to develop here the review list API. We need to develop specific orders. Need to see here. Not know how to get here the review list. Need to write down here the admin sides. Need to put here for this list. App dot post and to write down here the slash API admin slash review list, and we need to create the request response like here. And now need to check here the request body log here request dot body, and now need to save inside the request object is equal to request dot body. And now need to check this here the access tokens. Need to give this here the request dot headers. Need to first parameters, second parameters inside pass this here the response object. Then after if here valid these tokens, then to return this here the user data for these functions. If not valid, then to returning this here the unauthorized access server terminate this API calls. And now only access this API the admins users who need to access means here the admin means here the shop owners like here. Now we need to check here the helper dot check valid parameters. We need to give this here the response object first ones request object. Then after we need to check here the order underscore id like here. So need to set here not orders, need to set here item id because we need to specific item inside. We need to get this here the review. We need to use here. That's why I need to pass here. If need to found this here, if missing, then to return this and terminate this here the missing response. We need to sending server, and if not missing, then to get this here the blank callbacks, and to write down here the db query like here. And we need to write down here the select query. We need to open this here the database and select this here the review detail tables. Now need to go inside here the SQLs, and we need to select this here the query select, and to rate id item order id and rating and like this, and to which users need to give this review like this. So need to get shares. Now need to set here the alias rd, and we need to write down here the inner join, and we need to set this here the table user details as we need to set here the ud as into on methods into calls ud dot user underscore id is equal to need to set here the id dot user underscore id like this. We need to write down years for this years. Now need to write down here the id dot item id is equal to need to write down here. Need to set here the question mark, and this query also need to set here the rd dot status is equal to set here the not equal to 2 means not deleted. It's like this query we need to put here and to get this here the results. Now bind this query here also here, set here plus sign and here like here's, and now need to pass this here the value request object dot item underscore id, and we need to return this here the db dot query functions. So need to returning this here the errors and result two callbacks parameters need to return here for these functions like here. And now first ones we need to write down here check this here the if founds any errors, and to throw this here the html helper dot throw html errors functions need to calls need to pass first parameters need to pass this here the errors, and second parameters are the response, and we need to return these functions and terminate this here the api calls. And now we need to Success response need to always return here because need to list calls status like here's and to set here the one and return this here the payload, set here the result, and this API are the done for this API calls. Need to set here, maybe check here the issue and fix this here this error issue, and we need to save this years. And this API are the done for the review list. Now again, so need to copy here and we need to write down here the for user app. Need to copy and paste after this years. Show all review list. Give this API name. Give this here the item ID. Because need to item styles inside need to show only 2 or 3 review and others need to show more. So inside you need to show that's why need to show all's review. Need to like this. Need to query. Need to write down here and to write down here the user only access this review access, and we need to save this here for this API. And this API are the done here. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up. If you're new user, so please subscribe my channels and press the notification bell icon. You can get every new video notifications and awesome content. If you have any question, so please write down the comment sections. I will help you and sort out your issue. Everyone have a nice day. Goodbye and take care. And tomorrow need to start to share the websites. So need to calling this here the all API. Need to starting one by one. So need to creating need to call here the API and screenswise need to show here.